Folks, we are back with some Dragon Age the Veilguard news, and let me just get this out of the way right now. The most important news here is the big release date drop, which is going to be on October 31st of this year. So coming right up, and also on Halloween. So all of you people that have kids out there that do the trick-or-treating stuff, well, you're gonna have to figure that out. You can always trick-or-treat next year. I'm kidding. Also in the news, BioWare dropped a brand new trailer for this game, and let me just say right now, BioWare, what were you thinking? Why wasn't this the reveal trailer? Why was this trailer not the official reveal trailer for the game, and instead they did that stupid Apex Legends hero introduction silly bullcrap? At the time of this recording, I've only watched this new trailer twice, so I haven't fully analyzed it, but I feel reinvigorated right now. I feel excited to make content on this game again. If you guys haven't noticed, I really haven't done that much content when I said I was going to. I'm pretty excited. The trailer was dark, it had great music. I felt like all the scenes were pretty emotional. There was some really freaking scary looking monsters, and it really felt like a dark fantasy game. I think BioWare might have listened to everybody's feedback before. Hopefully the game itself still is able to retain that. It's not just a trailer that they're trying to make feel like that. But yeah, well done with the trailer, BioWare, and yeah, let's keep going. Now with that said, that was a trailer, of course, and although I am excited, we do need to see a lot more on this game, including, of course, gameplay, which is important to most video games. But the good news here is that BioWare is not leaving us in the dark after that trailer. In the week of August 19th, we are getting high-level combat and PC Spotlight. So I'm not exactly sure what BioWare is going to release. I'm assuming maybe a few videos, some articles, screenshots, some information on that, which is going to be great. We'll be covering it on this channel. The following week of August 26th is called Companions Week. So, of course, lots of information on the companions. On August 30th, there's going to be a developer Discord Q&A answering questions. And on September 3rd, IGN is getting exclusive coverage for the month. So, kind of like with Game Informer, I just would expect a bunch of IGN articles coming out like every few days or something like that. BioWare also opened up this game for pre-orders, and they showed us what different editions will be available for purchase. We're going to go over to the EA store because it's a little bit more expanded on than in the Steam store at the moment. And the standard edition of this game is going to be $59.99 for PC, $69.99 for consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, and the deluxe edition for PC is $79.99. And on console, it's $89.99. So a $20 difference between both editions here. And there's also a collector's edition, which we'll talk about momentarily. But let's go ahead and go over what you get if you pre-order. Now, if you pre-order the standard edition or the deluxe edition, everybody gets this same pre-order bonus here, which is the Blood Dragon cosmetic armor set. As you can see here, we have Warrior, Mage, and then Rogue. And this is apparently cosmetic only, so not that important. Does look pretty cool, but not that important really at all for the game itself. I do just want to quickly state, not that my opinion really matters, but I am generally against pre-ordering games, especially when they're being made by a company that's under the umbrella of a very, very large publisher that has a rather complicated history. Generally speaking, these publishers don't have your best interest in mind. That's just true. And when we give money up front like this, they get paid early when they might not actually pull through with what they're promising. Now, with that said, I'm here to report the news, and you guys are going to do what you're going to do. So let's go ahead and push on. Now, if you buy the deluxe edition, whether you pre-order it or don't pre-order it, you get some extra stuff here. And I do have to kind of commend EA and BioWare here because I don't see anything that looks too crazy here. I think it's all cosmetic. Let's go over it. So you get 6 weapon appearances for Rook, 1 warrior armor set appearance for Rook, 1 mage armor set appearance, 1 rogue armor set appearance, 7 weapon appearances for companions, and 7 armor set appearances for companions. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of appearances there, but I don't really care. And as long as I have armor in the game that looks cool that I can find and earn, I'm perfectly fine with that. This seems like an okay deluxe edition upgrade here, and we do actually have some pictures of a few of these cosmetics here. Right here you can see the Rook cosmetic armor sets. Actually some really cool designs here. We have the companion cosmetic armor sets, and then we have the 6 weapon cosmetic sets for Rook, as you can see, and then we also have the companion weapon cosmetics. You can see a staff and a really cool looking bow right there. And then for the collector's edition, which is actually called Rook's Coffer edition here, which costs $150 US. I believe that you do have to pre-order this one if you want it. This edition right here does not include the actual games. You still have to buy the base or the deluxe edition. And then you're going to get like these extra physical items here. You get a light up lyrium dagger, companion print right here, a quiver, a Thetis map, an enchanted die, a potion flask, and then Rook's deck. And if we go take a look at a different page on bioware.com. We have some pictures of these items right here, some different pictures right here. And there's some more descriptions on these items down below on this page. I'll share these links in the video description. Now, with that said, I've never really been a huge collector's edition guy. Sometimes collector's editions are good to me. Most of the time, it's just like cheap plastic crap that ends up in my trash can. I know not everybody feels that way, but yeah, I could care less about most of this stuff. I'd probably take the map though. Maybe BioWare will send me one and I'll change my mind. I don't know. There's also a few more things that you can actually purchase, although this one right here says check in with your local retailer to find out the availability of this edition in your region. And this is called the Varantium pack. And just a little lore for you guys, south of Minrathous in the Tevinter Imperium, we have the city of Varantium right here. And in this particular pack, you get an exclusive steelbook case, no game included. You get a metal print and magnet wall mount, a notebook, and collector's rigid outer box. And then scrolling down even further, now we have the art book right here, the standard edition of the art book, which is $49.99, 256-page art book providing a behind-the-scenes look at Dragon Age. The Veilguard does not include the game. But then there's also a deluxe edition for $99 US, where you get a few extra items here, some extra prints, a slipcase, and an alternate cover. And then there's the BioWare Gear Edition here for $55 US. What do you guys think here? I'm actually surprised that there's no like play early if you pre-order or any of that, which is kind of, I think, deserves a little bit of an applause here. And right here you guys can see the system requirements for this game on PC. We have the minimum requirements and then the recommended. I'll let you guys figure this one out on your own, but the recommended GPU for this game is actually the RTX 2070, which seems fairly reasonable. Also note that 100 gigabytes you have to have available for space for storage recommended. All right, now we're going to watch the trailer together, but this is going to be more so like an initial reaction versus an in-depth analysis, although people on my Discord server have been going off right now with details, and I have noted a few of them, so thank you guys for that. But I might do a deeper dive in the future, and of course Kala, Elizabeth, Jackdaw, and some of those, you know, real Dragon Age channels will probably be covering this really in depth. I'm currently working my way up in terms of knowledge on the lore, etc. But yeah, let's jump right into this this trailer.
You have no idea what you have done. The blighted elven gods walked free, all because you disrupted my ritual.
So I first just want to point out here that it appears as if this trailer starts us off in the Fade here, and this is a new player character, customizable Rook, of course. And if you look right here, this actually appears to be the exact same place where in the gameplay reveal, and spoiler warning for those of you guys that don't want to know what happens at the end of the gameplay reveal. In the gameplay reveal at the end of it, we confront Solas, who is casting a ritual to tear down the veil, but in our confrontation, we do disrupt him from tearing down the veil, but what that disruption actually causes are two of the Evanuris, the elven gods, the evil elven gods, to actually be free from Solas's imprisonment here. And you can see Elgranan and Gillenane right here. So they become free, and now they're running around the world, probably looking to destroy the world. And our main objective as a party is now not to stop Solas from tearing down the veil. That's kind of like a secondary objective, but more so we're probably going to be working with Solas to a certain degree in stopping these two gods right here from destroying the world.
You battle against gods. They will not rest until you are on your knees. Fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Now that's actually a really cool scene right there, because it appears as if it's Elgranan and Gillenane actually about to fight each other here. So now you have another conflict going on. These two elven gods probably not working together. They both probably have their own selfish desires here of destruction and power. And there might be a scene of them fighting each other. I'm not entirely sure.
Helpless in the face of such power.
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
So I gotta say, overall, the music is pretty good. This whole trailer, the atmosphere, and even the visuals, although they're still, you know, Pixar-y, Disney-ish, I guess you could say, everything seems to be a little bit darker than what we've been led to believe. And I like to see this. I'm not sure if this is a result of BioWare looking at the feedback over the past couple months. Hopefully the game itself, you know, within the game, it feels this way as well. but I like the feel of this trailer, and it still blows my mind that this was not the official reveal trailer. How do you do an official reveal trailer that's like companion introductions in like a silly way? For like, that literally doesn't make sense to me why this wasn't the official reveal trailer. An official reveal trailer should be the ultimate representation of your game. But whatever. Okay, just keep watching.
You want allies to go after the gods?
Nev Gallus.
I've got places to look.
Where do we start?
And this is actually a clip from the gameplay reveal, I think, maybe, or maybe we're going back to the High-Lvl forest, but we saw this area in the beginning. I'm not sure. Yeah, it does look like the same place from the gameplay reveal. Now this shot right here, thank you to Carly, this appears to be Weishaupt, which is actually a Grey Warden fortress. And this is in the Anderfels. Hold on, let me pull up a map right here. So if we look right here, this is the city of Minrathous, where a lot of the trailer takes place in the gameplay reveal, and also the High-Lvl forest. But if we go west over here, you can see the Anderfels, and then Weishaupt, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is that Grey Warden fortress. That's really, really cool to see, because especially for Dragon Age Origins fans who, you know, love everything about Grey Wardens, this should be a really interesting part of the game, I'm assuming here, to be going to Weishaupt.
I'll be damned.
And oh, sorry. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just paused it like 10 times. And of course, Davrin is the Grey Warden companion. His scene is right here in this trailer, because this is probably in the Anderfels, and he might have been actually at that fortress.
A griffin. In war, victory.
Okay, a couple quick things I just want to point out really quickly here. First of all, BioWare showing some blood now. That was a big criticism. I think BioWare said it's actually something that you can toggle on and off, and initially they had it toggled off. I'm not sure why for, you know, a game like this, but now you can see some blood, and this scene actually looks pretty smooth right here.
I'll be damned. A griffin.
Just bam, right into a Darkspawn's neck right there. So yeah, pretty cool.
In war, victory.
Now this actually appears to be underwater, which is also very interesting. I don't know where this may bring us in the lore. Somebody will probably say that in the comments, but it's cool to see some drastically different biomes in this game. And then I also wanted to point out right here that Lucanus here having purple wings. I don't know what that means, but looks pretty cool.
I'm ready.
I've never seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
And of course, Balara is a Veil jumper, and she's always searching for powerful elven artifacts, of which she's messing with one in this scene right here.
There's something kind of exciting about it.
And we have maybe some sort of mines area. Not sure where it would be, though. More Darkspawn. Let's replay the scene again. That's actually pretty cool. I love seeing the Darkspawn. And although, like, some of the demons still don't look that intimidating, in my opinion, especially the Pride demons, I much prefer the looks of them in the earlier games, because they look more like creatures, I guess you could say, like really fierce creatures. Now they look more so like metal toys or something like that. The Darkspawn actually look pretty good right here, so I'm happy to see that.
What is happening to me?
Let the fade draw close.
So that was Emmerich, of course, and he has a skeleton companion named Manfred, who is voiced by Matt Mercer. And I believe he's in the Grand Necropolis, which for his faction, part of his duty is to protect the Grand Necropolis. And actually, I also want to just quickly say that this little scene here with Scout Harding, I don't know, it's just memorable for me. It feels really emotional, and it feels dark and a little bit scary. And that's what I think a lot of people want to see out of this game. Just listen to Scout Harding here and like the emotion behind her voice.
What is happening to me?
Let the fade draw close.
Draw the dragon out into the open. Then attack.
You and me, Rook. Maybe that's what scares me.
A little bit of romance going on here, and I know with the more Pixar-y style graphics, it's harder to get for some people to get into romance, but this scene looks pretty romantic, right? Little Rook and Nev action going on.
Scares me.
These are the times in which legends are born or slain.
I almost didn't believe this. I had to go on my Discord server and double check, but I think you guys, all of you Dragon Age fans, know whose face that is right there, and also the voice of Claudia Black. This is actually Morrigan from the previous Dragon Age games, a very, very important character. So really cool to see her in this game, especially after BioWare put out like some article before saying that they're not necessarily always going to connect things back to previous characters, and then we see Morrigan here. Really cool, really interesting. There's going to be a lot to delve into in terms of, you know, lore and story with Morrigan and where she's at in the Dragon Age lore at this point.
Which legends are born or slain.
Then we have some interesting looking combat scenes, but these are of course cinematic scenes right here for the trailer. So, I mean, they look great, but the combat's a really big topic of discussion right now. Personally, I'm not really loving what I've seen out of the combat. It looks like it's just going to be kind of like some mindless hack and slash that's going to get pretty boring after a couple sessions, but I have been shifting my focus more towards wanting to involve myself with the companions in the story and treating combat as just like an avenue to get to those good parts. So I'm trying to loosen up a little bit on that, but we do have that combat showcase coming next week, which hopefully kind of gets me a little bit more excited for that aspect of the game. Lyrium daggers. Hold on, I didn't actually look at that part too close. Who are these two characters that are fighting right here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a player character in Lucanus in a confrontation right here. I have no idea.
Our gods are back. Our gods. How do we stand against that?
I believe in all of us. So let's get it done.
Finishing moves? Maybe? I don't know. I thought I read somewhere that there weren't going to be finishing moves, but that looks pretty finishing, right? My God. Okay, everything looking dark, fearsome, really freaking cool looking creatures, and right now it appears as if we have maybe 2 archdemons, which brings up the question of double blight, which kind of ties us back to Origins again in a way. I mean, there's not a lot of ties to Origins, of course, but Grey Wardens and blights and things of that nature. This is pretty cool to see, and these creatures look absolutely terrifying. These dragons here, there are some theories out there that there might be a dragon that represents each of the Evernuris, which are the old gods. We've only seen, of course, Gillinan and Elgranan, but the other ones might be up to some stuff too. And yeah, I don't know. I just really like the ending to this. Everything feels dark. It makes me so happy. It makes me hopeful for this game once again that they dropped this.
So let's get it done.
And this scene right here is probably my favorite in the trailer right here. Just absolutely crazy. Not sure what that is or what creature, but obviously attacking one of the dragons here. And just, it looks like something that's going to be crazy to experience in the game. Now, I will say, if you guys notice here, like, yes, things still do look kind of doofy, I guess you could say, and cartoony, even though it looks nice overall. Like, just like, I don't know, the demons, let me see if I can get a slow shot here. The demons, like, I don't know, they look okay, but they just don't look like what they look like bobbleheads in a way. Like, you see that right there? I'm having a really hard time pausing it where I want to pause it. Right there. You know what I mean? They just look a little weird. But that does look a lot darker than what we've seen in the past, and still looks a little intimidating. But yeah, overall, I thought the trailer was really good. I'm very happy that they released this trailer. Still doesn't make sense to me why it wasn't the official reveal trailer. But once again, I feel pretty excited to cover this game and everything that is to come. Of course, we have no idea how the overall game is going to turn out, but I have to say, after this trailer, where I was mostly neutral on things and just kind of weighing each way, I feel like I'm moving a little bit more on the positive side now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Much more Dragon Age the Veilguard content to come. I'll probably start streaming some of these live updates now too. I wasn't doing that in the past, but I think I'm going to start doing it like I did with Baldur's Gate 3. And yeah, put all your comments below. I'll catch you on the next one.